weeks, we continue our adventures with the Swiss Family Robinson. Chapter 10, A Tree with Stairs. My wife asked if I could invent a way to reach our treehouse without having to climb the ladder. It was a good challenge, and the boys and I got to work on it. We thought we might carve steps inside the trunk if it was hollow, which we hoped it was. The boys looked in a hole in the tree trunk and found it hollow, but full of bees that came swarming out to attack them. We smoked the bees out by stopping the hole with a hollowed piece of bamboo. I lifted up some hot coals from the fire and blew some smoke from them through the bamboo till the bees were sleepy. We then quickly cut another hole in the trunk, and the bees flew out to get away from the smoke and were gone. We took what we could out of their honey and wax, and carved a space where they had come out wider and wider until it was full size of a door. Later, we attached a door on the ship in the hole in our tree with hinges we had taken from the ship. It was perfect. We spent several days hollowing out more of the tree to make our stairs and built wooden steps leading around the inside of the trunk. Soon we had a staircase complete with a railing for holding. During our weeks of this work, our animals all had babies of their own. We trained our buffalo to till our fields. We tamed our jackal so that we could raise it with our puppies. I even trained our eagle and got Nips to ride the buffalo. One morning while we were working, we heard a very loud roaring. We had no idea what it could be. A lion? A gorilla? A tiger? We all worried and climbed up to our house where we loaded the guns. Fritz and I decided it was best to go into the woods to find out what it was, or we would always be afraid. We snuck through the bush, fearing some monster beyond our understanding. As we grew nearer, the sound grew more intense. We cringed, cocked our guns, pulled back the branches to find ourselves staring at a sight that had us laughing wildly. The sound was from our donkey, which had come home with a friend, a wild donkey. We held them back to our camp by offering tidbits of food. It took us days to tame the wild one. I had to jump on its back and ride to tire it out and calm it down. At long last it became calm and friendly. One night we took Nips to the woods to fill our sacks with acorns. The little monkey ran up a tree and discovered the eggs of a grouse. We covered them and took them back to our house where my wife kept them warm, wrapped in blankets by the fire. In a few days they hatched. My wife had been working with our birds and had raised more than 40 chickens. Grouse chicks added more birds to our growing flock. Ernst had been busy cutting long, thick grass for Franz to play swords with back at camp. Franz had the time of his life, dancing about and battling imaginary enemies. After examining his sword more closely, I noticed it was a plant called flax. My wife was overjoyed. If you can make me a spindle, I can spin this flax in the yard. We'll have new clothes. With that, we took our donkeys and buffalo and brought all the flax that we could. We worked extra hard before winter came to make stables on the ground, stacked away with hay, and built a dairy, kitchen, and dining hall under our roof in our giant tree home. There was not much to get ready. We spent the next day storing potatoes, coconuts, acorns, sugarcane, what other foods we found as quickly as we could harvest them. Each day the sky grew darker and thunder rattled the distance. Soon cool showers turned the icy cold and never-ending winter rains. The weather was fierce. Each day we had to take shelter in the tree trunk of our crowded tree house. The smell of the animals was not pleasing, and the smoke from our fireplace made us cough. My wife brushed some of the rubber we found on our hooded shirts to make them waterproof. Soon she made us full of waterproof suits to wear. The days were long and hard. We tried to pass the time as best we could. I wrote all that happened in my journal. My wife sewed, birds made sketches of birds, and Fritz and Jack taught little Franz to read. The weeks rolled by. We were prisoners of the winter. It was a gloomy time for us all. Thanks for listening. See you next time.